We go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Right. Let's turn that a bit. It's going in the middle.
Journeyman Costas.
Journeyman.
Les journeymen.
Les journeyman.
Journeyman.
Les hommes de voyage.
Journeyman.
Are we on? Are we live?
Oh,
Une quest.
Are we Gucci?
we are
Mateo?
live. We're on.
We're live on the Twitch. So,
Show me your twatch.
without further ado,
Twatch is for the lads.
boil up a pot,
Mm.
take a seat by the hearth, and enjoy a fucking fine brew with the Journeyman Questers. It's the Journeyman Questers.
The finest brew! Oh, I can't hear the music.
Every time. Every fucking time. So, welcome back.
Is there music?
Oh my god.
I can't hear it.
Why?
Because you asked me to turn my headphones down so loud.
Oh, I can hear it now through Mike's computer. He refuses to wear fucking headphones.
My ears getting sweaty, bruv. Who the fuck are you?
It's so loud.
There's no such thing.
So obnoxious. It's ridiculous.
Right. So, I have a little catch up for us. I'm going to go through. Previously, since we were last here. So, I've put D&D reconnaissance. In other words, the brothers D, Dylan and Dutch, decided to do some reconnaissance of the Nocturnal Nest Inn. On your way, you shared some walnut wine with some friendly merchants that you met along the way, claiming a sort of fake alias that Dylan was but a blind old man being kind of walked about with his orc butler companion, showing him the sights of the city. You eventually made your way to the actual Nocturnal Nest, where you bought a 200 gold bottle of wine in quite a kind of celebratory fashion. The curiosity was piqued by a few individuals within the tavern, one being a Bertrand of the Midnight Mercers. You quickly set about talking to this person, where you have set up, potentially successfully, a meeting upon the morrow at noon with some antiquity specialists and other kind of collectors. You got Richter kind of involved in this, as you said a Hammond church hunt would be the one that they would meet with. Meanwhile, the Knights of Decorum go on a spirit journey to the plane of the siblings, pressing each of their three stones together. You were sent to the tavern atop the island of Black Rock in a sea of blood.
I didn't give her any biscuits.
You learned of some details of their past.
Yeah.
And you learnt of some of their traits and personalities. You learnt of Gerasmus, the pawn, who liked illusions and kind of truth-seeing almost. You learnt that they had all been killed previously by their eldest brother, the most chaotic and raw among them. They were all slain, save but one, the bishop, who was the king told you had already been slain before his brother, the eldest, was released and killed the rest. As you learnt more, though, you saw a thing submerge in the bloody water on the horizon line. And the rook thrust you, you three, the Knights of Decorum, out of the dreamscape. With all of the Brothers D returned and the rest of the Gypsies down in the sand pit, the sort of sparring grounds underneath the Dock Rats hideout, you all gathered, Zook gathering you all. You performed a great ritual, a ritual of magic that Zook has yet to perform, of such capable and powerful magics, new to him, that he had not previously used. You cast a very powerful spell upon Richter's shadowy, tattooed, kind of like curse mark down his arm, and proceeded to expel a creature, a fiend, from his arm. A creature that you could see was just this giant shade, a shade of immense proportions. It filled the ceiling space, just flooding out of Richter's arm. Richter was left kind of quite shaken and hurt from this ordeal, a kind of necrotic energy pulsing around where it was, but the curse had left whatever was in this tattoo or this shape had been freed, but it had been freed into the very room you all stood in, and a giant shadows you fought many times before, this time greater, it lashed out at all of you, and a battle ensued, in which eventually, using clever tactics and made great use of Rufus Suncrest's Sunblade, which has an alarming impact into these creatures who seem to abhor against sunlight, and inflicts a serious amount of damage into them with this radiant light, now bursting green from the end of the Sunblade. Rufus summoning an imprint of light on your retinas, a clone of himself made of kind of the lasting afterglow of a ray of sun appeared on the other side of this shadow, and you both struck down, flying like Yoda in the Attack of the Clones. Oh my god, the music is so loud. Is it loud for everyone else?
No, I turned it down a bit.
For me. Oh my god. That was like just like Attack of the Clones. You split this shade in twain, and both halves kind of shattered out like dry ice pooling across the ground, like sludge, like thick oil. And thinking the battle was done, you cheered a mighty roar, only to see the two halves of this shade reform into two. And we could carry on at the same initiative, but I think it's funner to roll a new initiative.
Okay.
Because everyone had kind of stopped for a sec. So I've deleted all of the initiatives off of there. Let's add a turn for everyone.
Okay.
Add a turn for...
It's not great.
Oh no, I've just done it twice. Sorry.
2 Rufuses. That's 2 too many. 3 Rufuses.
I meant to add Zook. There you go, Zook. You're in. So, let's get some battle music on. I think a combat is often a good way to kind of get back into the swing of things, get warmed up once more. Let's put the turn order over here so everyone can see. Oh, Zook's got a nice 17 so far.
A healthy score.
Oh, natural one. Natural one for Rufus Suncrest.
Comes a 4, but pretty shit.
There's the gift of alacrity still upon the brothers. Can't hear you, Theo.
Oh, you're muted. You're on mute.
I didn't mute myself. That's weird. Oh, I must have actually tapped the key command. Yes, it is. It lasts 8 hours. Gift of alacrity.
There you go.
What does
So
it do?
D8 onto your initiative roll.
you can add an extra D8 to the initiative.
Fucking shit.
Lightning speeds.
Oh, another 2.
I rolled a 2 as well on my gift of alacrity.
She is fucking tight. What a bitch.
Let's get up the old.
Still a 28.
I rolled a natural 20.
Damn.
Boo, 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 boo.
Does it normally show up in order? Mine's all random.
It's not in order yet, not until I.
Until
change
everyone
it.
goes
Oh,
in.
there is still 2 Ruthuses. Sorry. What did you get? Ruthus at 4. You got to input it then. Put it in yourself. And I'm going to roll for Richter. Richter got a 4, but he has a minus. What's Richter's minus?
That's -2. The deck. I feel like him and Varian
Yeah, that's right.
had the same.
And the shades. I'm going to roll them separately. Shade 1, shade 2, shade 1. Oh, good. Shade 1, a natural 1. Shade 2, I shall not reveal. One of them looks particularly sluggish, but the other one does not.
Oh dear.
So, first to react, as both shades split in two, coiling on the ground back into like humanoid forms, their mouths opening wide, sucking in air and dust. Brother Draug, you are first.
Yes. So I've Draug has his back pressed up against the railing of this stairwell here, and just peeking over for a second, he sees these two freshly made shadow demons. And I can't remember what I had up at all. I think I probably.
You had your blood right. I don't know how long it lasts.
Yeah. How long did we have between the rounds?
Only maybe 20 seconds.
So it should have lasted.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say it's.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
That's cool. Yeah, cool. So I'll just bonus action hide behind here, and sort of to prepare myself. I'll knock an arrow to the string of the bow, and yeah. Oh, do you want my hide? Do you want my?
Roll me
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay. That will be a 28.
28. You feel particularly well hidden from your vantage
And I'll just
point.
sort of I'll crawl up the stairwell a little, maybe like 5 or 10 feet or so.
Sure, you can get.
Yeah. And then I will ready the arrow shaft on the railing, thinking that I'm suitably hidden, and I'll shoot the closest one to me. And Ook she'll aid me in this endeavour as he swoops down from the rafters.
I'm gonna make one purple and one pink, just so we know the difference between the two.
Well, okay, yeah. So the purple one I'm shooting. Yeah.
Okay, make
so
a shot with advantage as Ook harries it as it
And,
regains its form.
I'll make it a sharpshooter.
Hey, punch it.
So a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so it's 5d6 plus a d6 for the Crimson Right, d6 for the bow. That sounds about right.
It's all coming back.
Oh no, both. So for the d6 for the quiver and a d8 for the bow. Right. Ow, 3 1s.
No.
That's okay.
No.
10. 16. 16. 21. 31. 37 points of damage.
37 points of damage. Let me double check something really quick.
Of psychic damage, that is.
Yeah, psychic damage. The psychic damage rattles through it. You see its form almost kind of like quivering.
Yeah.
Almost flickering like electricity, as if it's kind of in and out, as if you're traveling on horseback very fast through a forest, and the sun is coming through the trees and kind of splintering, cutting as you're going so quick. It's like that effect. It's kind of flickering, like a candle going out almost. But it regains its form once more. The psychic damage having its full effect, not being negated.
Okay.
It's taken 37, did you say, altogether?
Yeah. And I'll shoot the other one with advantage because I'm hidden from that one.
You're shooting the second shade.
Yeah.
They're fairly perceptive, and once you've shot that one out,
Okay.
it kind of stood up, I imagine, and it is.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's all right. I'll just go. Yeah, I'll just hope I roll well. Let's go for another sharpshooter.
Okay.
The same one. 17 to hit.
A 17.
Remember they had
17 does not hit.
I didn't think so.
Ooh.
Okay, that's my turn.
So second
bonus
arrow,
action here, didn't I?
it passes through it almost, and you hear just the shatter of your obsidian bolts spraying on the back of the wall.
I'll tell you what. I will duck back behind the wall, and I'll continue going up the staircase.
Okay, another how far? 30, 20 feet?
Just my full movement. So yeah, the 20 feet. Yeah.
10, 15, 20. You can get to about here.
Nice.
Great. Okay. Next up, Zook.
Is it my
Before
go?
you
Ah.
It is the other shade, which rolled a natural 17, making it 19.
Up, down.
Lucky for you, it's the one at the top. The shade splitting and turning. You can see that they both are kind of mirroring each other, similar to Rufus and his kind of light counterpart. These are like dark counterparts to each other, but both are as material as the other. You know them both to be real. The one furthest away towards the northern side turns, having just been taken across the flank with this great bolt of obsidian from Dylan. It is going to stride, interestingly, still frightened of
Richter.
of Richter. It is the the effect, it stays on them. So they are still frightened of him.
Both of them.
Yeah. Zook, remind me, do they get to keep making a save with that spell? Or once they're failed, is it like, are they stuck in that?
Okay, when a creature, you can see the target comes to or save thing makes its saving throw, becomes frightened. The creature remains frightened while it can see the target or is within 60 feet of it. While they're frightened by the target, the creature must use its movement to move to the nearest spot from which it can't see the target. If the creature moves more than 60 feet from the target and can't see it, the creature is no longer frightened, but the creature becomes frightened again if it regains sight of the target. Ending the effect. If an affected creature ends its turn while not within 60 feet of it, then the creature makes a saving throw. So long as it's within 60 feet, it can't make the save.
And it's just going to run, basically.
Basically, it needs to spend its movement getting to somewhere where it can't see the target.
Okay, so in that case, the one at the top is going to make a little look around and is going to move towards where it can see the only exit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move. It's going to move this way, reaching these stairs, now seeing you, Dylan, running, kind of crawling up the stairs.
Yeah.
Having shot it, it rushes round, but it doesn't look like it's going for you. It's trying to rush past you and go towards the exit.
Oh, okay.
It squeezes through this gap, shrinking down to a smaller size. I put it here, but you can imagine it's like up against the wall.
Yeah.
It shrinks down, and that is the end of its move, so it's going to lash out at you as it is in that space.
No, it's not. As that happens, as it raises its shadowy clawed hand to strike, Rufus uses his reaction to use Shadow Martyr, make your echo throw itself in front of an attack directed at another creature you can see before the attack roll is made. You can use your reaction to teleport the echo to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the targeted creature. The attack roll
Nice
one.
is made against the echo instead.
Wow.
Awesome.
Eat shit, Shadow.
So your echo appears like here.
Yeah, blocking its way as well.
As it strikes out. So instead, wait. So what happens with Dylan? Does he move at all?
No.
He stays, but yours teleports there, and it strikes that instead.
Yeah.
It is making its strength drain attack, interestingly, which I think will have no effect on your echo, because your echo is a 1-hit point
immunity to all conditions.
Illusion. So you watch. That's amazing. Almost like a Dementor, its head kind of looms up long over you, Dylan, and it sucks at you. You can see kind of the flickering of his skin, almost like something around it translucent, trying to be pulled away from you as the strength is drawn out. But quick as a flash, there's almost like a blinding light, and you see that same imprint of Rufus standing there with the Aegis burning right in front of him, and instead the shadow is sucking at this, but to absolutely no effect at all.
Yeah.
Ending the shadow's turn, Zook, you are up.
Hey,
Touché.
how tall's the chamber?
Oh, it's a good. It kind of goes up at a slant, and then at the top point, it's probably about 40 feet high.
Cool. Okay. So Zook going like, yes, we kill. Oh no, we didn't kill it. And then goes and turns around, dashes through the air, whoosh, flies to the very back of the chamber if he can get there, 30 feet, as far away from both of them as he can be. And then seeing the sunlight burn through quite horrifically, he has a thought. and he puts the staff in front of him and says, Mios Korba. And through the canopy, the leaves part to reveal a crescent moon, tiny, inside the leaves. As the light starts to shine out, and he points it at the ceiling, it hits the ceiling, and then a burst of moonlight comes down. I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 6th level on the pink one. Whoosh! And it's going to be centered here. It's 10-foot diameter, so it takes up 4 squares.
Okay.
And sorry, I should move my counter. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I haven't seen this spell in a while. Love this
30.
one.
Let's draw
Yeah,
draw
nostalgic.
a square. There we go.
So, yeah, well, I move it 2 squares to the. One square to the
I
left.
think you can grab it too. So it's like there.
Back one square. There you go.
Sweet.
And then I'm just gonna fly back and feeling the drain of strength from before. Zook deems it probably wise to then turn into a great giant eagle at this juncture.
Of course. Naturally.
And
Very wise.
it's kind of wings splay out, and the feathers are kind of some dark grey with lots and lots of white feathers amongst it. And then I'm going to fly up to the center of the ceiling, as I think I could probably get there with the remaining 50 feet of fly speed.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is just make you bigger,
Yeah,
and then you can move yourself where you
Cool.
want to go.
yes. So I'm hovering in the middle of the chamber on the ceiling. And that's my go done.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Remind me, because Moonbeam, the last time we used Moonbeam was like...
We've done it wrong. So you have to wait until their turn.
Yeah, it's
and at
their
the start
turn,
of
and then
their
it
turn,
will
they
affect
have to make the save.
anyone
Or if they
inside
move
it.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, because before you tracked the Moonbeam through a bunch of people,
That's
and it was
OP.
like, we were like, whoa!
It's very wrong.
Okay, so... turning into the giant eagle form you're so used to being in, you flap up to the middle and start squawking. And next up, jumping right down from 17 to 6 is Dutch.
Dutch?
So I'm gonna move over.
Mike's just like, what? I'm definitely not high.
to be fair to Mike,
No!
your voice cut out just as you said Dutch.
Oh, did it?
I will defend him in this instance.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of sounded like me, but what? And then you were like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. And I was like, oh, fair.
You were just like this in the screen, and you were like this. And you went, yeah, so...
Oh, fuck's sake, man. I haven't got my extra mouse. So, yeah, I'm going to go Shablamo. And then I'm going to unload with...
Come on, we're not playing Warhammer. You watch Shablamo.
What? So, there's a giant ghost shadow thing, and I'm guessing I can still punch it. So, raising both of my guitars, I'm going to run forwards, starting with a big overhand right.
more like
That's
it.
a no. That's a 2. Coming up with a cross from the left. Okay, a 15, 26.
A 26 collides. You feel purchased
Yeah.
with one of your magical guitars.
Bam, so that plus 5 plus the thing, and I'm at half health. No, I'm not. So, the 14 damage on the first one.
Okay, 14 damage. Of what type of damage? Just magical piercing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the third attack, 21.
21 hits. They have a lower AC as smaller ones. Interestingly.
Oh, fuck. 2 plus...
There's more of them.
So 8 damage,
8 damage. Okay.
and I spent a moxie, so this is the last attack. That's an 8, so that won't hit.
Well, what have you got a plus at? Your pluses are big.
19.
And 19 hits.
Oh, okay, sick. Bam. Yes, I rolled the 10, so 16 damage.
16 points of damage. Nice. That was 36 points of damage altogether.
Cool.
Slicing through it with the guitars, you can see almost like tearing dark cloth or the back of someone's cloak away, but they just sort of dissolve in the air as it tries to reform itself. Silently, there is no noise really. It's just this pulling open of its mouth. No just completely silent creature moving. Next up,
Ooh, thank you.
Rufus. 'Tis you.
Rufus, seeing both shadows dart to opposite side of the rooms, he looks between them and then towards the other gypsies and shouts to them, "Gypsies, bring this fiend down!" And Rufus will sprint 5, 10, 15, 20 to here. Will that give me advantage? Or not
Yep.
quite?
It will.
Ah, sick.
You're on both sides.
And then I will attack, bringing the now green sunblade above my head, striking down into the shadow for a natural 20.
No, the illusion.
Dude, Josh.
The illusion's breaking.
Doing what's a 7 as well? A D8. So 14.
It's gonna do quad damage because you're gonna double it and then you double all the damage because it's radiant.
Oh my god.
So 14 plus 9. 23.
23 doubled 46. What the fuck? What the fuck? 46 damage to the pink one.
Rufus pulls the sunblade out of the shadow's form, seeing the green light sear and dissolve the shadow as he pulls it out, and he glances down at the blade. "You haven't failed me yet, sunblade." And then
I thought you were going to strike me for a sec. that would look great. If you did it, it would come into the screen. I'd be like,
and then brings it above his head, bringing it down again. Oh, that's a D8. Striking for a 22.
That hits.
Doing 11 points of damage, so 22.
22 points of damage. You thrust the sunblade down for a second strike, bringing it across this shade and slicing it once more in two.
Oh god.
Finishing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it got hit by the beam.
No, it hasn't been hit by the beam yet.
It
'cause
hasn't
it's
even
not
been
its
hit by the
turn.
beam yet.
It's gonna split in half.
Diddy shadows.
You're there, so it would be like that.
Amazing. As this happens, as the shadow splits again, Rufus glances up to his echo on the stairs next to Rufus and closes his eyes, and from Dylan's point of view, the echo, or the shimmering remains of light, opens its eyes and strikes down at the shadow there
Oh,
Cool.
for a 26 to hit.
shit. Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Doing 11 again. Yeah, doing 11, so 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my last use of Unleash Incarnation.
Incarnation.
fourth extra attack using the echo for 16.
16 does not hit. The final hit strikes wide. However, you did smash your blade into it. It's looking fairly tattered, this one up here, but it's making a break for it. The other one's kind of fully stuck at the moment in fear and combat.
Yeah.
Ending your turn, Rufus.
Yeah.
Richter is up, who has instructed me specifically with what he wanted to do.
Amazing.
Richter strides forth behind you, Dutch, and you see, or should I say you hear, the thum-thum of the Heartstone halberd as he reaches it not towards the shadow but up towards the sky. You see him close his eyes and mutter some amazing Aiden-style ritual prayer that I'm not going to kind of come up with, and light sparks across his halberd as he uses a warlock level to cast a 6th level divine smite down onto his paladin blade, down onto this shade.
Oh wow!
You can roll it if you want, Josh. When you roll it for him,
What do I roll?
just the d20 to hit. Oh, with advantage technically because he's flanking, because he's behind. Oh, with advantage. Oh god, thank god. Oh no, don't take it. It's on the floor. What's going on?
Oh no!
You had one job. It's there. It's there.
Is this your first time rolling dice, Josh?
Oh, it's a 3 and a 2.
In true Aiden style.
Classic Aiden.
You know what? He doesn't have to cast it until he hits, but it was flavour and now it's wasted. Wait, a 3 plus his...
16?
No, it's not plus 16. Oh god, this is when I have to find his full character sheet. It'll
Right,
be...
we can math this out. I think his strength is like,
I want to say +3.
yeah, +3.
You math it out while
Plus
I...
5.
Plus
look
5,
at the-
so
the
8,
chat.
8.
+2 for the halberd, so +10.
So it's a 13 maxed.
It's a plus 10, so it's only a 13. No, a 13 isn't enough. I'll say it sparks with the divine energy, but he hasn't cast it yet, because you cast it when you hit. It is actually cast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the flavor's there, but he hasn't wasted it. He's like,
We're all very impressed.
you hear him just, he goes like this with perfect accuracy, thrusts past Dutch's shoulder, but just misses shy of like maybe a couple inches as it recoils backwards. Now its turn. It gets hit by the moonbeam. Is it a dex save?
Con save.
Con save.
Con save.
Interesting.
Constitution, as searing white moonlight bursts into flame about its form.
Okay. Ooh, it's not bad. It's just a straight roll, but it's a 15.
Doesn't save.
Oh, it doesn't
Fails.
save even with that.
And the other one,
And
I'll
the
roll
other
them.
half,
I'll roll them together.
oh no, is a 10. So
Okay.
this one's
So
going
it
to
takes
be
6d10 radiant damage.
white, and this one's going to be white pink. 16 points
Okay.
of radiant, very clever.
6, hang on. 4, 8, 10, 18, 24
24
points. 24 points of radiant damage.
doubled to 48.
To 48 points of radiant damage.
Holy shit.
They both take that.
Okay, so that one just took 48 points. They both take that.
They both take
Oh
it.
my god, they're
As
both
they
on
are both
two
in
hit,
it.
they're both on 2 hit points each. They like
Yeah!
are obliterated on both sides. In fact, that's enough for them to split again.
Ooh!
Oh, you cheeky bugger.
Ooh, you cheeky bug.
Cheeky bugger.
Oh god, they're quite numerous now.
They split further. The moonbeams shatter down, and they're kind of thrust backwards out of the moonbeam into smaller, much more familiar shades, human-sized shades, shadows, just regular, normal shadows that you have fought previously before. Thin, tall, slender, with just dark features. Right, starting their turn. They move. So this one runs towards here. Rufus. Redeploy. Very funny. It shall not save you here. These are my rules now, bitches. It's going to use its strength drain, the only thing it has. And it gets a natural 20. Oh my god, look, it's a natural 20.
Oh god.
Fuck you.
Do you double the dice?
Oh wait, that's the hit.
That is to hit.
Have you got any pluses?
A +4.
Oh.
So yeah, 24. So it's gonna do quite a lot. It's gonna do 4. 10 points of necrotic damage, and you take a D4 of strength damage. I don't think you can double the strength damage. It's not really how crit works. Oh, you only took 1 point of strength damage.
Oh, sick.
This one here, it is.
Wednesday, my dudes.
It's this one here is going to move. It can't move towards Richter, and it has to move away. So they're basically all going to flood you.
How much damage did I take?
You took 10. So the one behind now has advantage on you, Rufus, for a 16 to hit. Nope. And then the other one, just a straight roll. No, a 13 to hit. The other two try, but they fail. The one here is going to look around for a way out. And it is going to dart 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, no, it's not.
It can't go anywhere.
It can go this way.
Not a very good room to be scared of something in.
It's going to go here,
Yeah.
and then it's going to dash. And then it's going to go to there. It's going to kind of circle around away from Richter and head for the door. The seeming only way in and out of this chamber. So, it is
Mine?
next up, top of the round, Brother Draug. I can hear TV in the background somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is.
Oh, it's probably me. I am listening to the podcast. I can just push the door to it a little bit.
Yep.
Do these things, are they flying around or are they just floating along the floor?
A bit better?
Yeah, you just mute them.
I can tell down my mic to touch. I can't do anything else.
Hear you twice.
Okay. Yeah, let's try something. Let's try something fun. Okay, so raising a hand towards the shadow demon, like sort of seeing it's trying to escape. Dylan's eyes go black, and you see black veins pulse along his arm and along his hand into his fingertips. And can the shade make a wisdom saving throw for me?
It can. Oh, it rolled a 17.
It's gonna pass.
Oh, I apologise.
That's fine. It's worth a shot. let's try something else then. Okay, so as a bonus, I will raise my other hand, and again my eyes go black, I will use my blood curse of bloated agony. So it's got disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks, and it's D8 necrotic. Yeah, at the end of its turn, if it takes more than one attack. I'll amplify it which lasts for a minute, but it gets to make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turns. But I think I'll stay there. I might as well just go for. Actually, yeah, no, I've got an idea. Actually, no, because I can't do that. So, just trying to think what I can do. No, I don't have. I'm not hybrid transformation right now, am I? I don't think. I don't think I had that up.
No, you haven't had that up.
That's fine. I'll just stay where I am then.
Okay. Next up, it is the Shade's turn that's near you. Stretching with its multiple limbs around it, it's going to lash out at you.
All right.
Just going to make it bigger so I remember that it's definitely a big one, that big. It just shrunk down to kind of squeeze in.
I'll use my reaction to do the same thing.
To attack it.
No, for it to take the hit instead.
Oh, you can do it again with one of the attacks.
Richter!
What?
Ah, here we go. Oh, did you just vogue?
Oh no, sorry, I can't. I can only do it once.
Sorry, train was a bitch.
No worries.
No worries, dude.
That's all right.
You're in time because I tried to do your smite and everyone was like, no way, and then I got Josh to roll and he rolled a 2 and a 3 and missed, so it didn't work. Your spell is not used. Your spell is not used because technically you cast it on a hit, so it was more flavor and it's coming.
Oh, that is useful.
It's coming.
Oh boy, that is useful.
So it is the big Shade's turn up in the top right, and it is going to make its attack. It's going to make its attack against.
Just up to.
Yeah.
Just a very quick up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
Have the two smaller shades, have either of those been split since the game started?
Richter shouts out.
Yeah.
What say everyone else? Tell him.
What is the nature of this thing?
The big one's worth 4. We split.
Ah!
Those 4 come from 2 bigger ones. Those 2 came from one about the same size as that one. It's crazy.
How many in total, my good gnome friend?
Yeah.
How many is? This is quite a long conversation for 6
A
seconds.
plethora.
It's more just we're catching up on in a better way. So the one you see there in the top right is
Right.
Is
It's worth
is
6.
is will split into 2 more, and then each of those 2
Okay.
will split into 4. No, each of those 2
Okay,
will,
roll 20s to open. Oh,
every time
Rufus.
they split into 2. So that one will split once more and then
Right.
once more, and they don't know if it splits any more than that. So it's gonna
Okay.
make its attacks. So first attack on you, Dylan, is a
Hey, bring it.
Is a 22.
Yeah, hits.
So
Uncanny dodge it.
you uncanny dodge. Okay. You are gonna take a 7 and 8 on 2d8s. So 15 points but halved. So you take 8 points of necrotic damage, followed by, as this is the strength drain attack, a d8 of strength drain.
Okay.
It's 6.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I rolled it in front of Josh. I went, where? You suffer 6 points of strength drain from you.
Okay.
It sucks towards you, and you watch as its form swells in size, growing from your strength that it is taking from you.
Should have backed off. I knew I should have backed off.
Um,
Well, you live and learn.
It is then going to keep moving. It's going to go step away, 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'll use my reaction.
You can both reaction attack if you wish.
Yeah.
Please do.
Does it not have a second attack?
It used its strength drain, so it's the only one. It's actually immune to necrotic anyway, so it wouldn't have done anything.
Oh, fair enough.
13 to hit.
A 30 to hit from Ruthless Suncrest.
But rolled a 1 with the 8, so it does 10 damage. But
Oh.
20.
That's still 20 because it's.
I can try and
radiant
punch
and
it.
it's doubled.
Duality of man.
Not gonna hit with the negative.
20. Oh, it's on 78. It's not enough. You watch as this one vanishes out of sight
No.
around the corner.
God.
Bastard.
Next up.
It can make a saving throw once it's out of sight
Oh,
to see
okay.
if it's-
In that case,
to see if it's not frightened.
what does it need to be? So I don't have to tell
An
you.
18.
And what kind of save is it? Wisdom.
Yeah,
'Cause
wisdom
it's a,
save.
yeah, it's a frightening one.
Let's go with that.
Interesting. That's hard to beat. Zook,
Yeah, wisdom.
you're up.
Okay. Seeing seeing that shadow flee out of the chamber, I suddenly worry about the others getting away, and I'm gonna hovering there as a giant eagle. I'm gonna move the moonbeam over to the start of these stairs. Hang on,
Over to
can't
here?
point. The southern side stairs. Yeah, there.
Very good.
And then I'm gonna swoop down and fly down to actually up to try and block the other one. I'm gonna fly up those stairs.
Okay.
Yes, and wait for it to come into my range.
Is moving the moonbeam in action.
Yeah, it's an action.
Very good. Ending your turn, Dutch.
Ending my turn.
You see Rufus being swarmed by 3 shadows, one sucking the strength away from him. But you turn, you also see up on the balcony the large one suck the living soul out of Dylan, just fully, and then it just bolts it out of the door. The big shadow, almost like draining black
Wait,
oil.
Dylan didn't go
through a
down,
cloth.
did he?
He's not down, but you can see his form almost like this as stuff is
Fine.
almost.
I'll be
pulled
alright,
out
don't
of him.
worry.
It really sucked
Yeah.
him off there.
It really did.
Knowing that I'm not gonna get to that one at all, and seeing that Rufus is in more immediate danger, I'm gonna run over, flanking this one.
Yep.
Yeah, dope. Let's go. So I'm crit fishing here. This is what we're going for. So I'm spending a moxie.
I love Aiden getting to his seat. It's so enjoyable to watch.
What is?
It's just great. I'm gonna watch that back. That's a real moment.
What?
Just Aiden getting in and out of his seat. It's so good. You look like,
Really?
You look like a samurai warrior about to like sit in meditation. It was great.
No, I was
Okay,
just getting
so-
my
Blah,
rub.
blah.
That's all.
Very important. Also.
I take it 24 hits.
A 24 hits these little ones definitely.
Jack barrel rolls.
So that is 15 plus 1 damage. So 16 on the first hit.
16 is its hit points. As you smash your fist through the back of this one, you just hear it. No noise, just evaporates out
Okay, I'm going to move to this one.
and does not split.
Wait, can I? Yeah, I'm going to move to that one. Second attack. Natural 20! Fuck yes!
with more than enough ease, that one just kind of smashes forwards. You like punch it, and it hits Rufus and just evaporates off his shield.
For my final... Oh, no, wait, I've got 2 more attacks. Fuck it! For my final attack, I'd like to, like, Superman punch, jumping over the top of Rufus to double fist
allow
him
it.
in the face.
Go for it. Make your attack.
Torpedo.
So one hits with a 23,
Yeah.
and the other one hits with a 25. So the first one, 7 plus, so 13, and then 13 plus 9, 22 damage.
You drop down, Rufus, holding your shield above you as you see Dutch jump. Dutch, you use like the front momentum, beating your paws down on to the shield. It kind of clangs out, ringing as you spin round. First strike, cutting the shade in half, and the second finishing it off as you roll, tumbling to the ground on the other side. All
Nice.
3 shades.
Slash.
Oh. Rufus gets up and looks at Dutch, and looks around him, and then gives you a knowing nod.
Yeah!
Very good.
Most anime thing that's been done in a while.
Rufus,
You're welcome.
it's your turn.
And with that knowing nod, wait, where is it? And with that knowing nod, Rufus closes his eyes and uses a bonus action to swap places with his echo.
Oh, I hope
Has
you
to
can
be
eat that.
within a certain range. Can your echo go a certain distance? Because we may have exceeded that distance earlier.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it should have disappeared actually.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oops.
No.
Oops.
Let's say it's disappeared
Oopsie
now.
nipsey.
Okay, it's gone for now.
And with that knowing nod, Rufus
Runs off.
Rufus turns and sprints as far as he can towards the staircase. So let's go to here, up to Richter,
Okay.
and then he looks at Richter and gives him a knowing nod, and uses a bonus action to manifest a new echo.
Where are you going to manifest it?
Within 15 feet of me. So here.
Like here. Okay.
And then it's gonna move 30 feet.
28, 25, 30, like that.
Yeah. I can't get up there, right?
You'd have to climb. It's like 20 feet up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool.
Okay, Richter, your turn.
Here we are. So, Richter tries to pass the column in the middle to try and get a better view of the room. 5, 10, 20. Is there a balcony sort of here, or can I see the shade from there?
There is a slight balcony, however, it is tall and you can see it just.
Let's take a shot. We are not gonna be able to make that run, so we're gonna try Eldritch blasting with my 3 available blasts now. Oh,
Very good.
whoa. Okay, here we go.
Steady
So
on that. 3.
yeah, we got 3.
Wow.
Blasted.
I'm a
3 blasts.
3 pump chump now. Okay, first shot 26.
That hits.
Should I just roll all 3 of
Nice.
these? Just
roll,
boop, boop, boop.
roll the damage first, because these are pretty weak.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. It's been a while. Apologies. Here we go. Yes, so for 10 damage.
10 points of damage. It collides, hits with it. You see it reform. It turns, looking towards you with its kind of dead face. It's still there.
The I think as well the repelling blast would have just knocked it back one square against that wall.
That is right. Yes.
Bammer. Boosh, he goes against. If a shadow can impact against the wall, and we take another shot, we change hands, we swap to the other.
It's going to be a little bit more
This
of a
one
difficult
is
shot.
23.
A 23 definitely still hits.
23 to hit this one. Ooh, here we go. That is another 10 damage.
This time, Zook flying, flapping in front of it. 2 bolts fly out, both catching it. One striking it back against the wall. It's just flat like a shadow, fully against the wall. Second one hits and it just sprays out across the wall and into little holes and vanishing.
Ooh, nice.
You going to move anywhere, Richter?
I will move over here so I have a slightly better view of the room. There we go. I'm done.
Okay. Those shades are all dead. Back to the top of the round. Dylan, you're up.
Okay.
In fact, at this point, there is no more danger, as the danger is out of sight.
Oh.
Can I quickly dash into the other room to
Can
see
we
if
carry
it's still
on
there?
with? Can we carry on with initiative order?
We can.
Yeah, I'd like to run up to the door, run up to where the exit where it left.
Yep.
And can I bonus action hide?
Yep. Make me a stealth check.
Over 30.
Okay.
And then I will cast id insinuation again, reaching out the hand, black veins, and the eyes going black yet again. So a wisdom saving throw.
You can't see
If I-
it.
I can't see it at all.
No, I just put it there, but it has moved. It's moved off quite far.
I'm going after it.
Yeah, okay. Can I instead of hiding, can I? Because I'd like to get to the door, see if I can see it. Can I just sprint off?
Yeah, you begin sprinting
Yeah.
down the corridors, but it's yeah. Actually, just realised they don't make any noise. How would you sense it
Oh.
this time?
You can probably hear where we're attacking.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
They don't make any noise at all.
No.
Maybe it can hear that.
Maybe they make a tiny bit of noise.
You can hear air being displaced.
Yeah, like you can't hear shadows. See what I mean?
You can hear the lack of
Yeah,
light.
sure. Makes sense.
Yeah. They make the sound of those Twin Peaks brush drums.
So, let me put on attention. So, Zook, Dylan, you both start sprinting further and further up, back in towards the Docrat's chambers. What are you doing as you're flying through? The corridors become a little tight for a dragon for an eagle.
I wish. When it becomes tight, I'll just get down and then I'll start hopping along.
Yeah, you're able to squeeze through doorways and things, but you're not going to be very quick. Whereas
Gotta go low.
Brother Draug is bombing it through these corridors.
At this point, maybe I'll change back into Zook and float behind Brother Draug.
Okay, both roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Or natural 19 plus 20 plus 15.
So
So 34.
34.
not as good as that, but 28.
You
Ooh,
press
not
on,
far off.
and eventually, after only a couple minutes of clambering up some staircases, some old stone staircases, you come out into the kind of main atrium, the area where there's the kind of pool and the kind of dice tables and the canteen section. There's the dripping. And you can see Ganon is there and Numbers are there, and they're both playing a game of what looks to be like Beggar's Dice or something. And you hear Ganon, damn it. Numbers, you always had a way with Numbers. Damn it. What are the rest of you doing down back at the bottom? So, Bruthus, Richter, and Dutch.
Zooming out to find the others. That's what I'm going to do.
I think we probably would have just given chase as well and run up
Yeah.
the stairs.
I'm gonna, if possible, do a quick scan of the room, try and perception that maybe. while we're still in the room.
Sure. Yeah. Richter, give me a perception check, please.
Looking at like grates and corners. Rolled as a 13, so 14.
14. Scanning the room, it's like a. Well, you've been down here only kind of once before. It's the.
Oh, I meant to like looking for big shadows. That was what I was mostly looking for.
Yeah. You look around.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't look to be any more shadows down here. You counted them in your head, and the amount that split have been killed, and the bigger half has still managed to escape.
Okay. I follow everyone else.
What you do notice is your arm. The fact that this parasite, had been essentially living in this curse. There's a faint sort of almost like when you take a painting away from a wall and the dust has kind of left it clean underneath, like you've been tanned around the tattoo, and since the tattoo is gone, you're just left with it's still there, but it's like slightly paler skin, cleaner, fresher skin,
fresh flesh.
But you hurry after your fellows.
I shake to my senses and follow my friends.
Let's move that down. Dylan and Zook, you arrive, and Numbers and Gannon kind of look up at you and say, "Hey, what's up? What's wrong with you two? Cat got your tongue? You look like seen a ghost, mate."
So, as we were looking round, we haven't seen any sign of the shadow.
I'll get you to roll again, because that was like on your way. So both roll perception checks again for me, please.
Oh, still good. That's a 32.
What did you get, Dylan, as your perception check? Hello, Theo? Hello?
Theo? Oh no!
Let's all wave. Theo!
He's not going to look up. He's fixing Warhammer.
I'm cunt.
Theo! Oh, he's looking scared now. Theo!
Dude.
Theo!
Theo! Theo!
Theo!
We can't hear you.
Is he going to get much more than a 32?
You know what? It's fine, because he can't hear them anyway. And this requires visual sight. Gannon and Numbers kind of step up. Have you? Yeah, you've turned back. You're floating in.
Yeah.
Zook. My good sir, whatever is the matter?
Did you not see something just come through here? Like a shape? Dark shape?
They both sort of look at each other. I think not.
It must be the light playing tricks on us. We've had
Who said that?
Numbers.
Can I history? Was that Numbers' accent?
At this point, you guys get there. Yeah, Numbers is kind of posh. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Gannon is the what? Yeah, mate.
No sign of it anywhere.
Maybe. Don't worry. It's been a long few days. I think we're all probably fatigued and struggling with that. Never mind. You go back to your games.
Zook,
I'm sure we'll join in at some point.
As you're kind of backing off, you notice in the flickering candlelight that Numbers has a second shadow.
Numbers, I say, could you show me where the nicest wine that you have is, please?
The nicest... I'm not going to show you where the nicest wine is, Zook.
Well, could you show me any wine? Just step over and show me where that would be. I don't get
You're acting weird. Roll me a persuasion check.
Come on, you good dice. It's a 16.
think I fixed it. I don't know if you can hear
We can
me.
hear you now.
Yeah. Like it just Zoom just like had a complete wobbling breakdown. So
That's fine.
literally, you guys froze, and then like Tashi's face was completely pixelated and looked really demonic for ages. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then I came back, and then all you guys were going, "Theo," and I was like,
Going
"Oh,
like this.
fuck!" And then I just had to quit Zoom and just rejoin. Yeah, so we're back.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And what's the other? Gannon, if you could maybe go with him, and please don't panic if I do something to the place where you're standing. Just don't panic. It's all for the best. Step away.
Wait. So you're not coming? I'm showing you where the wine is.
Yes, please. Do go over there, and I'm going to stay here, and you just show me in what direction it is. But best thing to do is just walk away from where you are currently.
They both begin backing up, but the shadow moves with him like a shadow would.
Okay. Stay very still. Is there a place where I could summon a moonbeam next to them so it wouldn't cut any of them but would get the shadow?
I would allow it, but I would get you to roll an extra, like essentially a spell attack roll.
Okay.
Which, you know, if isn't to the DC, could hit numbers.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll just be like, don't move, and then I cast Moonbeam on the second shadow.
Okay. Make me a spell attack.
Oh God.
And this is to be accurate with it.
Can I ready action
Okay.
Yeah. What are you readying?
It's all right.
after the moonbeam hits it? If it moves out the moonbeam. If it
Actually,
basically splits
you
off.
have. Do you even know what Zook is talking about?
Yes.
What's your wisdom,
reckon.
Mr. Ruther Sunquest? I don't think you've read this situation. I don't think you would know.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, Dutch is like, also what's going on.
I've got nice wine.
So I cast it, and with the spell attack, I got a 24.
A 24.
Hmm.
You bring the
What are you
moonbeam
doing?
down, and Numbers and Gannon actually screams like a high-pitched scream, and wails jumping to the side. Numbers just is like, my God, closes his eyes as this beam of light hits his back, like down behind him. He like screams, moving forward slowly.
I'll cast it at 4th level.
I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Con save.
Oh, it's a con save. Ooh, it's only a 5.
Ooh.
So it takes 4, 5, 13, 19 points of radiant damage.
Doubled to
Doubled. 38.
36. To 38, which is enough to split it because it only had a little bit left.
Oh.
So you watch as the moonbeam comes down, accurate to a T, shaving off almost like the slight back of his cloak where his hood is, and severing the connection where it had gripped round the back of his legs. You see it break and split, and 2 shades begin recoiling off away from Richter, still like kind of seeking different ways to go. We'll go with the same initiative that we had here. So we'll go after. We'll go Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll just as soon as I see a shade appear out of being a shadow, a whip, grab an obsidian arrow, knock it to my bowstring, and release it. And at the same time, Ook will just leap from my shoulder to assist with the aim of the shot.
So what I'll say is, using Ook can see it. Ook's attacking it. You can hear Ook.
Yeah.
And that is how you're gauging where it is.
Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's go then.
That's a cool.
Oh god. What is my just normal bonus?
I really like Ook's use as a seeing eye bird. I think that's
17?
a really cool development.
A what? Sorry?
17.
A 17. 17 just doesn't hit.
Okay. And then the second shot. Oh, much better. 32.
32 does hit.
Okay. So.
Is it sneak attack on the second if Ook can only help on your first, right?
Yeah, I just did a straight roll. But it's.
So can it still be sneak attack on the second one then?
I think you can only do sneak attack once per turn.
Yeah, but he missed.
But
the
first one that hits. It depends if someone next to the shade.
Ah.
No, currently no.
Does Ook count?
Well, Ook attacks and Harry's on that first attack, doesn't he? So he's not
Yeah, that
still
gives
there.
me advantage. But it's for sneak attack. It's a creature that's next to it.
You can keep
friendly
Ook, you
creature.
can keep Ook there, but that would mean Ook has to stay.
Yeah, and you could get attacked, couldn't he?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just roll the damage. It's fine. It's still a fair amount.
Okay.
So yeah, Ook will just fly by.
Yeah.
It's a good roll as well. So 12. So 18 total.
18 points of psychic damage shatters into that one. You hear table legs and some like bone dice scatter to the floor. But you hear no hiss. But you know, as Ook maybe screeches a friendly screech, you know you've claimed purchase. Zook, you've cast the moonbeam. I'll say that's your turn. You can move it.
I'll move it to the closest exit that I think they're going to try and get out of.
Interestingly, there are quite a lot of exits out of this main area. There is, however, one that's kind of nearest them, behind them, which kind of leads further down to like the rooms.
Yeah, I'd maybe position it the opposite direction from Richter because I know they're running away from Richter.
Yeah, behind them, blocking that doorway. Would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
The best
That's
option.
where I'll move it.
Okay, after your go, Dutch, it is yours.
Anyone see the turn order?
Oh yeah, can you guys see that?
I don't think I can.
Can you see it now?
No.
You can just tell
It's all white.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's fine.
Okay.
Seeing that the fighting's happened again, am I there?
Yeah, you're there. Everyone's there now.
Where is the shadow at the moment? Is it like on the floor?
There are two. They're kind of stretched out away from numbers behind them, and there's a moonbeam that's just shot across the room back, blocking the furthest door.
Can I tell which shadow is the real shadow?
No, you can't.
Then I attack both of them equally.
Okay. You
So-
run.
Shadow boxing.
First one.
One on the right has already been damaged somewhat by an arrow of your brother's.
Oh, then I'm going to attack that one because I know that one's a spirit.
Okay.
So, can I flank it?
No, it's not near anyone.
Isn't it stretching out from numbers?
Yeah, like it's stretched out. Sorry, that was a bad description. It's stretched out as in it's moving away. Like it's not attached to
Oh,
anyone.
okay. Yeah, I'll just make some attacks on it then. So, 25, does that hit?
Yep.
That's one hit. 21.
Yep.
Then, 15.
No.
Okay, and the fourth. 16.
16, no.
Okay, so D10. Just there you go. Okay, so 7 damage, and then 16 damage. So
Nice.
23.
2 strikes with the guitars. Xing, xing, they kind of scrape across the stone. 2 of the 4 managing to find purchase on this shadow. It's just like flat against the ground, trying to kind of reform itself and rise up, but it can't. I should have actually done the shadows before you. It is their turn now. They're not in the moonbeam, but they are near you, Dutch. So one of them that's near you is going to try and strength drain you, Dutch. For a that's a 19 plus 4, so 23.
Yep.
They've split, so it is a D6, not a D4, not a D8. So you take 7 points of necrotic damage, and then followed by 1 point of strength damage.
Okay, so I'm down to
as it tries to sap the strength from you. The one on the other side of the room is going to try and make a break for it across. You see it dart past, weaving its way down where there's sort of like curtains, and it weaves its way between the curtains and shoots down the corridor. Dutch, you see this. You recognise that is the way to Randala.
Oh fuck. Well, I haven't moved. Oh, that's its turn. Fuck yeah. Okay.
It actually went before you, so you attack that one. You can move if you want.
Yeah, can I chase after it?
Sure. With the rest of your turn, you begin chasing after it. That one is going to turn and try and. Oh yeah, it can try and strength drain you as you jump over it. Not with a natural 3.
Dope.
Rufus, you're up next.
Seeing the one that's gone down towards Randala, would I be able to reach it by moving 30 feet, summoning an echo 15, that moving 30?
When you summon your echo, can it then move?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I don't think it says.
You don't need to sacrifice some of your own movement to move it or something like that?
No, it's just a bonus action to manifest it. 15 feet away from you.
What does it say about moving it?
Yeah, like a spiritual weapon.
On your turn, you can move it up to 30 feet.
There you go. Yeah, totally fine. You can, with your movement, you can, and an action, you can make it to the curtains.
But
So
then I can't attack.
No, but you can then look through the curtains and summon your echo down the corridor.
Yeah. So I can't just move 30, summon it 15 away, move it 30.
Can your echo interact with objects?
Can the echo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. I'm not sure.
It's got to like move the curtain out of the way, basically.
It's a magical, translucent grey image of you.
I mean, let me look it up real quick.
I like this
Guys,
echo
Since
knife.
the echo
happens?
is not considered a creature, it cannot be targeted by spells that can only target creatures. Spells can't interact with spells can interact with objects if and only the spell says it does. So if it doesn't say it can interact, it can't. Then it can't move the curtain to get past.
Okay, right. So I can't even move through that.
Can't interact with it.
Okay, yeah, alright. So I'll do that. I'll sprint up.
Who's got loads of wind coming down their headset?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, sorry. I'm next to a fan. Whoops. Okay.
Okay,
Get
using your action,
sweaty.
you dart round.
You invited
in a
the
kind
air
of
elemental.
a curving arc around the pool to the other side of the room. pulling the curtain apart at the end of your turn. You summon your echo. There's a corridor in front of you lit by kind of like low sconces, and then there's a fine door at the end that is closed. It's shadowy. The light from the braziers is kind of flickering all about. You can't see the shadow, but you know it went in here. And you summon your echo. It can reach the door at the end, but it won't be able to do anything.
I can summon it, and then I'm gonna get it to run all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And if it moves past it, might try and attack it.
Okay. You're gonna try and bait it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. That's in the crack cocked. Okay. So you got 6 intelligence. It strikes out at you with a 16, plus 4, which is a 20.
Doesn't hit.
Which doesn't hit. You see.
Wait, no, it's the echo.
It's the echo.
It's got AC 14 plus my proficiency.
It's
which
a
is 19.
It's a strength drain, which annoyingly does nothing to it.
Yes.
You see part of the wall kind of flickers where the candlelight, the brazier light is flickering, and bows out into a mouth that kind of tries to suck at this kind of imprint. And again, it has no effect at all. And you see it there.
I look towards it and I say, "Found you."
Right, Richter's turn.
So just quickly describe the room. Is there still a shade in the room?
So it's a large circular room. Numbers is standing sort of in front of you, and Gannon has jumped to the side. One shade split off and was attacked by Dutch and Dylan, and looks damaged. Is there still in front of you, kind of like cowering from you specifically? They're just getting away from you. The other one, like, just snakes its way across the floor of the room between the curtains, and Dylan and Dutch are now at the curtain. And you heard, sorry, not Dylan and Dutch, Rufus and Dutch are at the curtain, and Rufus said, "Found you," but you can't see that way. But there is still one nearby.
Finally putting 2 and 2 together and not wishing to make my friend's pursuit of the creature any more difficult, I choose not to immediately pursue the fleeing ones and instead level my halberd at this cowering creature in front of me.
Okay.
How am I close enough to make a swipe?
Yeah, you can step forwards and make an attack.
We step forwards.
Stepping up beside Numbers, you make a strike towards it.
Fear not, Numbers. I will translate many more storybooks for you in the future. That was a terrible line. 17 plus 12. Was that 29?
That is gonna hit.
That hits the
And
fucker.
are you gonna do what you were gonna do?
I'm gonna do the thing. I want to do the thing. Yeah.
Right,
So, so first we hit the bastard for 1d10 plus 7, I think. Here we go. So that comes to 9 initial ordinary ass damage.
Yep.
But then, my friends.
Oh, interestingly, the 9 damage is enough to
Oh.
split it. So let's count the radiant damage you're about to do and see if that just kills them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because
So
if it
now,
carries over enough to wipe them out, they'll be gone.
so not briefly betraying his training as a paladin, he instead calls upon the power of the Seeker to cast a divine smite through a warlock's pact. And in that case, he casts it at 5th level. So, here we go. We're going to roll 5d8s. So, we got 1. I rarely cast spells that aren't Eldritch Blast. Do I add anything to my damage?
No, just roll all of those.
Okay. 1. 7.
8 total.
4.
12.
3.
15.
15,
And 2.
17.
17 points of radiant damage.
Nearly as good as that could have been.
Doubled because it's radiant.
Add your
Yeah.
strength as well, right? Your strength.
He did
bonus.
that already. He did the
I
initial
did
strike.
that for my initial damage.
So, with the strike splits it in two, and you see both halves kind of peel off from it. These halves are like, you know, the slightly smaller ones from that, and as the kind of strike comes down, both of them just burn away. Well played.
I told you to fit. No.
They have
Ooh.
16 health each, the normal shadows, and you did enough to kill both because you did 34.
Very nice.
Love it.
Numbers, Ganon, you must get to safety. Head in that way. I will pursue the shadows.
Ganon gets up, pulling his knife and saying, "I wasn't scared, and I ain't scared now," and proceeds to run away. he looks towards kind of Rufus and Dutch over there. He's like, "Oh, they got it, Numbers. They got it. Let's go."
They're adventurers. They want this.
As Ganon tries to go off, Numbers catches the back of his cloak and spins him round. It's like, "You're not going nowhere, Numbers. Ganon. That's our leader through there." And they both turn, kind of like wide-eyed, looking towards you and Dutch. Next up, it is Dylan. Your turn.
Okay. So is there one close to me?
There is none that you can see or know of, but you can hear both your brother and Rufus heading across the atrium to the other side, pulling back some kind of curtains in which you know is the way towards your mistress.
Okay. Not my mistress, but yeah, sure. Okay, I'll head in that direction.
Former employer.
And as soon as I sense the shadow, I'll draw another obsidian shaft, ready to
You don't
plunge
sense
it deep into my mistress.
You don't sense it, however, if you want to send Ook in, as he
Yeah,
would
I'll
be
send
able to
Ook
see
in, of
it,
course. Yeah.
Take a shot.
Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for a sharpshooter.
So Rufus is pulling back one curtain, Dutch is
Natural
pulling back
20!
the other. Oh! And you come sliding between the two and drawing your bow. Ook flies between. You shoot. It like just passes through Ook as Ook's kind of like twirling in the air and.
Okay, so let's get a nice roll going. Ooh.
Oh, that's lots.
Oh, there's a lot of ones and twos. 10, 5. Wow, bad on the dice. 20 on the dice, doubled 40, 56 points of damage.
56 points of damage. That's enough to split it.
I mean, that's great.
It splits in two, and you see both normal shadows, human-sized, against the walls by the door either side, both clawing at it, trying to escape. You got a second attack?
Yes, I do. Oh, blimey, I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go for just a straight roll.
Okay.
A 19.
That hits.
I just had to remember my attack bonus. So just the 3 dice on this one. Yeah, 3 dice. 3 dice? Yeah. That's 4 dice.
-1 is 3. Quick maths.
Everyday man's on the block.
21.
21 is enough to finish the one off on the left. It shatters across, and there is no more. There's one remaining, one shade. Zook, it is your turn.
Moonbeam.
Where's
Hey,
the
hey.
shade in relation to me?
It is quite far off from you, and it's 50 feet across the room, and then down a corridor.
Okay.
You can interact with Numbers and Ganon if you want.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm
They
gonna-
haven't had a turn. Numbers and Ganon are going to go before
Yeah.
you. They look at each other and they're like, "Ah!" They run across the room, following Dylan. As Dylan lets loose both bolts, they stare down, and Numbers summons a flame from his hand as Ganon throws a dagger They're both gonna make attacks. The flame. Yeah, that's. Oh, you know what? I need to get his stats up.
It's gonna be ironic if he's got low numbers.
I imagine he does.
Yeah,
Has he got a plus 13?
he's compensating.
They're only got an AC of 12. The normal shadows. They're like really easy to hit.
Okay.
No, numbers only has a +3, and then Ganon. No, Ganon's much better. Ganon throws his dagger. It's a 5, but he definitely has. You know what? I don't think he has a 6. No, they both miss.
I doubt it.
They both miss.
No.
The
Jesus.
fire down the corridor, creating light, but it just moves to the side and it singes Randala's door. And then a dagger comes into the door as well, and they're both like, "Shit!" Zook, your turn.
Okay. I fly up and just bob over the top of Ganon and Numbers, just kind of like sweeping them away with my with the canopy. And can I see the shadow?
It's right at the end of the 30-foot corridor.
Okay. I bring up the staff as a cloud emerges over the treetop, and a bolt of lightning hits the tree, channels through my arm as I point to it, and split the lightning bolt in two as it zooms out towards the fucker. Annoyingly, I can't target a second thing, but I'm going to cast Forked Lightning for the first time.
It's one of the cool,
Fucking-
the cool new ones.
Green Party Raiden over here.
It might be a dex saving throw rather than an attack.
Double check.
Let me get this up quickly. How about getting it up quickly? The target's, yes, dex save.
Dex save. All right. That's a 7
Doesn't make it.
plus
So
+2, a 9.
I'm doing third level. That's 4d8 lightning. Wow. I rolled 3 1s and an 8. So that's 11 lightning damage.
You see it kind of like rippling a bit. It actually has resistance to lightning, so it only takes 6 points of damage. It's still alive.
Son of a...
Numbers and Ganon both look up towards you. Everyone turns around and is like, "Come on!"
I blow the tree, like free of smoke, and then I look back and go, "Wait, what?"
And next up, it's Dutch.
Come on, Dutch, finish this.
Don't miss.
I want to run over and stamp on it.
Go for it. You sprint down the corridor.
And fuck off, ghost! 11, so 22.
That hits.
16 damage.
That is exactly lethal. And you stamp on it, and you just watch the final remnants of it just evaporate out. And there's a soft kind of sigh. And then a click. And then a groan. And the large oak door opens as light spills out into the corridor. And a very grumpy looking Randala Aguirre opens the door and just looks at you all. Dutch like just kind of stomping his foot on the ground like, yeah, you showed it. Everyone at the end of the corridor as Richter just arrives in view at the end. And everyone just stands there. Numbers and Ganon immediately just like, pretend like they're going back to work.
But Ganon's dagger is in her door next to her head.
Oh,
You can't
man.
see it because she's opened the door and then it's on the other side. So.
I'm glad you
No,
didn't
no,
open the door
think
that way.
about
It's opening in.
Depends which way it opens.
She looks towards.
That's true.
She looks towards you, Dutch.
He started it. He had ghosts in his arm.
She reaches out her hand and just slaps you across the face, and then points towards the rest of you down the end of the corridor. I'm trying to work. A little peace, please. She closes the door, and before she does, she opens it back up. Closes it. You hear the click of the lock close once more. And we'll have a short break.
Ah.
Oh, what a fun end.
Literally just chasing ghosts around.
Chasing
so
ghosts.
We released terrifying spirits, but only Ganon and Numbers know about that. So now they're bound with us in this secret.
Amazing.
They're going to help us
so
out.
good.
I'm glad I didn't blast Randala with lightning accidentally.
I was so sure that Mike was just going to bull rush through the oak door, just like splinter it. I was so sure that was going to happen. You were going to like tackle the shadow through the door.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's what I thought
She would
was going to
fuck me
happen
up.
as well. But he
They're
knows
so
better.
efficient at killing that she just doesn't know that anything happened. We're so efficient at killing ghosts. That's the thing.
That's right.
No,
We
we
should
actually
become like ghost fixers.
Ghostbusters.
Ghost get-rid-of-us.
Say
Who are you going to call? The Gypsies of Fortune.
The ghost get-rid-of-us.
The ghost fuckers.
I don't know about you guys, but busting makes me feel good.
Best lyrics.
On that
in
note,
the
I'm going to
whole
make a
song.
cup of tea.
I'm going to grab some sushi.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I am currently grabbing my nutsack.
very
Yeah.
good. Okay.
My dog cuddle. Oh.
With your new homemade fleshlight.
Oh, Mike's
Oh, what, the angle grinder?
mechanical angle
Oh
grinder.
God. Michael, what do you like, hey?
Oh no,
What?
look what I've done to this mechanical angle grinder.
Oh, and
what a
I've
shame.
Oh, and I've slipped as well, and I've fallen,
I fucked it.
and my Venus has fallen into it by accident.
Oh no, all this motor oil's
Repeatedly,
fallen
I've
into it.
nutted, and now the motor's fucked.
Oh God.
That's basically how Mike lives his life.
Oh dear.
What? Falling dick first into scenarios.
Right.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna mute us while we just grab a tea.
Otherwise, it could just descend into
We're back. We're back on. Mike, you can't do those things on the street.
I forgot. I thought we were off stream.
Oh, you know what? Theo and Aiden have been the wrong way round this whole time because...
Actually, did you pause the stream over the break?
No, I didn't pause it.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Why?
Oh, you did.
I muted the stream.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's
But
fine.
it's fine. They don't know what's going on.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Cleverly done.
Video save. Sorry, everyone.
No, I'm just going to say it's called a trucker cigarette. It's where you make an extra long cigarette so you don't have to roll another one.
I don't think you're allowed to smoke on.
You are allowed to smoke. I've looked at it.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's
Have you looked at it?
I know, I genuinely have. Tassie was like, I think so, but I'm not sure. So I actually looked at it, and yeah, you can smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
Where? What? Huh?
I checked the rules on Twitch. You can smoke cigarettes.
Oh, okay. Right, nice.
Can you
That's
rate?
good.
Good. But you can't
That's
drink
all I've been
alcohol.
doing.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, I'm just enjoying my fine beverage from the Coca-Cola Corporation. That's all this is.
Aiden, what's that lovely vape called again?
Which one? What? Flavor? Device? What do we need?
The black one you brought around here last time.
I have so many. I'm not sure. Was it big? Was it thin? Was it...
I'll text you. I'll text you.
What are you
Okay.
eating there, friend?
What you got?
Business.
Fancy if I have a taste?
Is that a goo?
Give me a
That was.
taste.
Okay, I didn't know that was the situation until right this second, and that really freaked me out.
mind if I have a taste? A taste? Is that really messing you up? Aiden was
It's
probably
like-
oh my god.
It's like the University Challenge joke where he kicks him down through the screen.
Oh my god,
What, the
yeah.
young ones?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Great. That was great.
Fucking love the young ones.
Rip Rick Mel.
Who knows
Rare.
how long?
Vivian was my idol as a child.
Hmm.
I was like, that is who I want to be.
What was the
You know,
name
I
of the
can
depressed
imagine
hippie?
Neil.
Neil.
Neil, yeah, he would have been. That was
Like, we sow the
my
seed,
guy.
nature grows the seed, then eat the seed. Like, really cool, man.
I like this version of Zook. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Version
You
of
can
Zook.
play
Shut
it,
the fuck up, you hippie!
You can play it.
You're a virgin!
That's
Bastard!
a good Dutch. It would be so cool to do
my
a
God,
young
are we
ones
the young
D&D
ones?
sesh. It would be so easy. What classes would they be?
Oh, man.
Vivian's a barbarian
Wait,
every
Vivian's
time.
barbarian.
Some
Save that for
He's
a,
the barbarian.
For a round table chat. Save it for a round table chat. That'd be great. You could be like that entire one is dedicated to just creating a homebrew like D&D rule set of just the young ones.
Mike, the cool guy, is
I
definitely.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump straight
Hey.
back in because it's nearly 8:30 already, and we've been in Xanthar doing a lot of random stuff for quite a while.
Quite some time now.
Quite some time.
That series now.
Well, we would have just come here and got the stone, but some fucking dickhead decided to fucking stab a bitch.
You've done a lot of other related things, much maybe
We didn't-
sooner
yeah.
than intended. So, with the door closed, Randala back in her study, Ganon and Numbers wandering back into the atrium, you are free to do with what you will. It is late in the day at this point. You're quite tired, and you know that on the morrow you are to collect the amulets.
Still haven't collected the bloody amulets. Okay,
There's
fine. That
business
makes
to be
sense. I was a bit worried because I kind of blew my load in that fight. Not gonna lie.
Just a little bit.
Mm.
Shadow is not the only thing on the ceiling. Dylan's coming.
well, I feel relieved, frankly, to see that strange tattoo gone. Knowing what it was in the end.
Thank you for that.
I didn't actually expect that to happen. I just thought it would be some kind of beacon which Malik and Vishik could find us. But it's good that we now know.
I was infested with devils. I hope they weren't transmitting or using those to track us somehow.
Perhaps it's just some kind of malicious curse. But it's gone now.
What does pale Githyanki skin look like, Tash? Because I just remembered I'm Githyanki.
Banana skin.
Yeah, like
I'm a green banana.
A very an overripe one.
Yellowy green. Over. Oh, you were overripe too because you got the little black splotches as well.
Yeah, I want to get a healthy jaundice back.
Yeah, good for you.
Rufus, are you well? You were quite acrobatic in that little skirmish.
I only took 10 damage, and that's meta-wise.
I know, but you must be tired.
You know what, Zook? I feel better than ever. It's been a while since I've had a good fight. It's good to get some vigor back into these bones.
Knowing Nod's all around.
You certainly were something to behold, Rufus, in that fight. Your sunblade has taken on some kind of new power. That green flame it now produces.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. And Rufus summons it once again. The green flame. I remember Tashi, you saying it had like wiggly things when you look really close.
When you look close, it's not just like bright light. It's like beetles crawling almost, or like grass moving.
I don't know what to make of this. I thought it was perhaps damaged at first, but from the looks of that fight, it's working better than ever.
I float up to Rufus and put a hand on his shoulder. It's like, this is a beacon of hope, of growth, of healing.
What about the beacons today, Zook?
Well, where there is light, the shadow cannot live, lest we forget that. And you certainly showed them.
You mean this has something to do with the tree?
It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, why would a sunblade suddenly sprout plants and insects? And I mean, look at I almost recognize some of the plants. I've seen them growing around the foot of the Eocene oaks, and they're fire beetles. I think they glow slightly, large ones, mystical, but definitely the same.
Yeah, make me that investigation check, he said. And Zook, make me a wisdom based, like maybe just a wisdom check. Straight wisdom.
Wisdom check. It said 16.
16.
I got 12.
12. You've investigated it. The pummel, like everything about it is the same, but it's the magic itself produced from it that seems to be this different nature. It does feel like natural magic to you somehow. It feels right. It feels good. It feels still that like radiant sunlight, but it's like dappled through leaves almost. It's warming, but like warming like a summer breeze through the boughs of like a great tree, rather than the harsh rays upon like a desert, for example. Zook, you study this, and yeah, indeed there are these elements to it of forest life, of patterns. It's less like specific things, but bark shapes, grasses, insects. you can see them all kind of interweaving, perhaps within this light. Yeah, pattern and shape more than anything else. And you feel as if you wish to reach out and grasp it.
I draw my hand closer and then snatch it away. It's like, that's odd. Do I feel that? Can I feel any heat coming from it?
There is faint heat from the sunblade, but it's obviously residual heat from this radiance. It's not burning like flame to any sense at all. It's nice. It's like warm water almost, but you haven't touched the blade yet or put your hand to it fully. But you feel as if you could, and you're not scared to.
I reach out and I just lay my fingers across the blade.
You immediately jump as blood begins to kind of welt from where you've touched it. It is deadly sharp. And as you look, there's some residual kind of green radiant light left on where your fingers have been cut. And you watch as the tiny cuts across your fingers heal and knit up.
This is not the blade you first grasped. Strange.
I'm not a man of a gnome of great imagination. So can I see your stuff?
Now, Rufus, that would be too forward. I jest. Please be my guest.
Rufus grasps it, the staff in one hand, the sunblade in the other, putting them close together, having this manifestation of high canopy within a weapon, looking at the two of them, and he closes his eyes, trying to just feel their essences and if they're connected. Is this to do with you? Have you done this to this?
There is a moment holding these, especially holding the staff of high canopy. It embodies high canopy itself so vividly and visually that it does take you to that place within the tree, the druid circle, where the pool is, the pool of water in which you lay, in which a lot of you have lay. Dylan, for a time, lay there as you fought in the battle against Zakai. And a warm knowledge floods over you. And I'm just going to tell you some stuff real quick, seeing as you're right here.
Ooh.
So we'll be right
Shit.
back. Ignore the fact I'm in my pajamas.
What?
Ah,
I thought you were dragging Jack to the chair.
whispers. It's exploiting their physical proximity. Oh man, I hope when he slays things that they just like slowly grow into like an old elm tree or something. It just plants a seed every time you take a life. Little tree seed.
Like that.
It's the most unepic thing. It's just like, yeah, in 200 years that'll be a nice big tree.
I'd like it if I am slain by this sword for whatever reason. I'd like to turn into a strawberry bush.
Oh.
Oh, amazing. We'll all eat the fruits of Draug.
Yeah, well, that's what I'll call it. The fruits of Draug.
Fruits of Draug.
Strange fruit.
Oh,
Thought.
I think Zook should start a shrubbery actually in his grove.
Yeah.
What?
I want to go scrumping at Zook's orchard.
Oh my god, yeah. We should start a cider business.
Oh my god.
Even, we should have a what do we just call it again? Nick and vegetables?
Scrumping.
We should have a scrumping adventure someday. There's loads of allotments near me. Let's fucking do it.
We should all go scrumping.
Let's do
Sounds
it.
great. Let's do it. Yeah.
Some apple tarts going.
Fuck
apple
yeah.
tarts.
Let's get our ferment on.
Start a cider company named after some kind of, literary figure like Dickens Cider. No, we can't call it. Cancelled. Rats.
No internet. You want to be my friend.
Amazing.
Should we be in character right now?
No, it's
Oh
fine.
yeah, I suppose we could.
Yeah, okay. Zoom.
Horrendous.
Let's go nick loads of fucking veggies.
Well, one does not steal vegetables. One takes.
My
them
oath will not
after
permit me to
cultivation.
scrump with thee.
It's a despicable hobby in the
No,
eyes
wait,
of Richter.
Wild scrumping, foraging. That's
Gypsies do not scrump.
Oh,
Oh, God.
wow.
Oh, that was a very serious.
Thou
thought.
shalt not scrump, did you say?
So,
What do you have to say about that, Rufus? Do you scrump?
Oh no.
do you scrump? Anyway, we
New
return.
tagline.
As Rufus, you have both the staff and the sword in your hands.
With a sort of defiant frown of confusion, Rufus strides back up to Zook and thrusts the staff back into your hands, and then
Thank you very much.
grabs your other hand that you touch the blade with and pulls it towards his eyes, looking at them. No. Yes? I believe so. I trust it.
Rufus.
And then he looks up. Meta-wise, who's the most hurt?
I'm not so bad.
I'm at full.
I'm fine.
My strength's taken a hit. I'm on like 89, so like
okay.
20 hit points to down.
Friends, I must try something. I don't know exactly what will happen, and I cannot do it on you in case something happens. Just trust me. And he walks away from the group, and then turns to face you with the blade in his hand. He turns it around and thrusts it into his own stomach.
Rufus, no!
Roll for damage while I get the door.
Oh my god.
How did you do it? Like sort of holding it up and zoom, like Kato, or like.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
just holds it up,
you just-
pauses for a moment, looking into your eyes, and then just plunges it in.
You just committed Sonny seppuku.
I only rolled 1, but +9 is 10.
You thrust.
Deep and
You
hard.
thrust the blade deep into your own stomach, in your own stomach, and you pull it out. There is no lick of blood where the blade has passed through him, and instead you watch the scratches and various pieces of kind of cuts and blood heal upon his skin.
way.
Whoa.
What is this?
Rufus, the blade withdraws, and he stumbles forwards, and then looking down at the wounds knit themselves back up, and he nods. I knew it.
Rufus, that was not a safe way to test that theory. What are you doing?
It's crazy, I know, but I felt it. I knew it was right.
You can see now that the light of the blade has returned to its yellow, bright, normal radiance.
This is the work of High Canopy. It must be. It's channeling itself through me more and more these days, and it's coming out in ways I couldn't imagine. This is one of them.
Blade that heals.
Out of curiosity, do you hypothesize what might happen if you struck a foe in this way? Do you have control over whether or not you can heal or cause damage?
I feel in control. It's at my will.
This is Well, this is amazing. There seems to be some life essence flowing through you, but I must remind you that this is not... In many ways, I called it a gift, but actually, I suppose in many ways you, and also I, as the conduit, owe something to the tree. We have a certain responsibility to it. This is not something that we cannot just take it. We have to
I must
defend
say,
it.
It doesn't feel unlimited. There's a limit to the gift that High Canopy is giving me.
Already visually, the blade has returned to the yellow, hot, like sun. It's no longer green. And you get the sense now that you don't have that ability. It's
try that again.
It's gone for now.
Amazing.
The life of the
Wondrous.
gnome is so much more rich at times, I must say.
Every day's different. Known that for 211 years.
It is gnome.
I was about to say it. I was literally about to say it. Amazing.
So, Gypsies, what are you to do? Are you to bed?
I mean,
Oh, can I thingy my armor? Identify, tune, whatever.
Oh, yeah, you can. You can spend an hour just working with it.
Fuck yeah.
I
I'm
will
gonna play with
tell
some
you.
feathers, boys.
Let me see how you work in it.
So it is. You already know it. It's known as the Orcish leathers and feathers.
Yeah.
Of savagery. So there are
Oh,
more
shit.
Orcish leathers and feathers out there. This is the Orcish leathers and feathers of savagery.
I'm so excited I can't write it down properly.
Very fitting.
is it leathers and feathers with Z's on the end?
Yeah.
It can be if you want it to be.
I mean,
Uh,
that's the way I've written it.
There are +1,
That's
which
how it's
you
spelled,
already
right?
knew because we changed that already.
Yeah.
And you can cast Featherfall on only yourself 3 times a day.
Oh my god.
So Featherfall usually is like a radius of people, but
Yeah.
it's just you, and you can do it 3 times a day. So you can essentially jump off stuff.
You don't need
That's how those fuckers passed the test.
Basically, the
You don't
thrice,
even need that armor.
The thrice slap no more.
no more.
You'd still be slapped, but you'll float down like a feather.
Yeah, it'll take longer if anything.
Don't
Actually,
No, I
activate
can
it.
quite
throw a
fast,
grappling
but-
hook while I'm floating, can't I?
Yeah, and you can cast it like 5 foot off the ground, so you can like basically drop and then
Hero dive.
yeah, because
Yeah.
the leathers, all the feathers on it basically like billow out and you land.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm
I
so
just-
in.
I just
so
love that
in.
you've got a suit of armor that sounds like a week's theme on Drag Race. Leathers and feathers.
Leathers and feathers realness.
Leathers and feathers, eleganza,
Bring back-
extravaganza.
Bring back my orcs.
So, roundhouse realness.
Bring back my orcs.
So good.
You know you can't spell pork without orc.
Is anyone else gonna do anything before bed?
I would like to spend some more time learning Ignin with Richter.
Yes,
He's
we
down
will
for that.
continue our tutelage in the infernal tongue.
Yeah. Chat with him.
Whoosh.
Ruthless, what are you gonna do?
This is what you see if you look across the room.
Just hear stones crunching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to
Trying
hit
to
the
do
hay,
like
really.
I don't know what noise fire makes.
Dylan's to bed. Ruthless.
Yeah, I'm literally...
Yeah, I'm just probably going to get
fucked.
the hay as well.
Cool. So you begin bedding down. Ganon numbers like no, just not to ask. They really don't want to get involved.
I would like
what
to.
happened?
Yeah.
I would like to thank them for joining the
kinda
fray.
cool.
It was a missed throw, but the fact that you made a throw
At all.
thanks
I love it.
Aw.
you were in.
Are you okay,
He doesn't
bro?
know why he doesn't know why we're laughing at him.
He's
Sorry.
gonna have no idea.
Ah.
You slow down quite a lot sometimes, Aiden, and it's like you become this really slow motion talk robot. It's great.
Okay.
You can all long rest, refill
Fabulous.
your hit points. Your strength that you've depleted
shit.
is returned.
Yeah, buddy.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah, any ability damage, the rest sorts you out.
All right.
And it is the morning of so it has been that one day. This is the second day since you got given that note by Eldama.
I'm going to get up early, prepare my spells, and try and find the kitchens and see if I can rustle up some hot oats with a bit of milk, and just get maybe if there's any like honey, just make a nice sort of warming breakfast for everyone.
No
There's
honey, no more problems.
there's definitely
I
oats.
kind of fucked that one up.
There's oats to be found, but honey there is a lack of. There's some jam,
Date syrup.
so you end up using some
Yeah.
jams instead. And yeah,
Zook's quite unfamiliar with preserves, so he smells it and it's like, ooh, fruity.
yeah. They're all in,
They
you know,
made
they're all in
fruit
various
sweeter.
jars and things, and they've got labels on them to keep the rats out. There's lots of there's a few dead rats and like loads of rat pellets, rat
Oh, man.
poison is just
Oh,
sort of laid
I was
out.
supposed to like rats, I thought.
It's the contradiction of it. Rats, you're just one of them down there. You know.
Yeah.
Any rat
Vying for-
skeletons? Can I just sweep those into the bone bag as I see them?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Bones for the bone bag.
Oh yeah. Bones for the bone bag.
Skull throat.
Bones for the bone god.
You don't know. This might come in useful.
throne.
That's definitely your coffin coming through there a bit. Your coffin is
A
showing.
little bit of
Aiden.
past life stuff.
I love it.
Just his bone is showing.
The reincarnation complex.
You cook up an oatmeal feast, and a few of the other dock rats kind of join you. And Randala comes out of her office and stands there, and people kind of turn and look. The rare occurrence as she comes out, she's wearing what looks to be kind of like long dark leathers around her, like an immaculate sort of trench coat, really long large collar that she has up and around her kind of thin neck, that very kind of like Portuguese style jawline and face. Her hair really tightly scraped back into a really tight bun.
Oh, she's great.
Her makeup is chiseled, dark, sort of almost kind of grey in tone, greys and sort of purples. She has purple lipstick on. It's not ashy. It's good. It's perfect. It is. It is. She is
On
sporting
fleek.
some Doc Rat's realness.
Yes.
And she flings a bag towards you, Dutch. It's quite a
Catch
large
it.
bag. It's jingling. Catch it out of the air. Some of the crows came this morning. It's a postal delivery for you, I assume.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. I'm going to open it up and have a looky.
Looking inside, there are what look to be a series of identical necklaces, all with like an amulet sort of on them. The amulet is it's like a closed metallic eye, like a sphere with a lid around it. The reason you can tell it's an eye is because there's like metal eyelashes that kind of curl up and round from it. All of the eyes look to be closed and they can't seem to be opened currently.
Sorry, you go, Dutch.
That's all of them, and I'm gonna pass them to someone more responsible. Like literally anyone behind me.
Yeah, I'll grab him.
Fucking bag. No.
Your brother
Right,
takes
cool.
them off you.
Yeah.
There are
Can I-
the necklaces that you requested.
There's one for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
I'll
these
go
are them.
pass them out to the group.
I'm going to lean over to Richter and say, I don't suppose you could maybe study these, try and work out how they work.
I can sketch them. I can look at them, but I mean, my skill in the arcane arts is lacking somewhat.
I mean,
Certainly.
I could certainly take a look before we
Please.
too hasty. I'll just give one a once over, just sort of, you know.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
I just think with the detail on it, perhaps if we got that back to Kunder, he might know something.
Ah, it's even better. Like a 30, I think. Yes,
Studying
32.
feeling kind of like across the various sort of metal plates of it, the chain links you can feel have small runes etched into them, as well as the eyeball on the back having some larger runes etched into them too. It's a combination of divination, enchantment,
Yeah,
and transmutation.
it's what we were expecting, basically, right?
Yep.
Nothing seems to be amiss.
I just think with the sketches, if we could get Kunder to look at the runes, then he might be even able to make some more. If we could have these permanently, that would be fantastic.
Can I performance to try and transcribe some runes?
Yeah, sure. It might take a bit, but you probably want to maybe
morning activity.
identify them too. So you can do that. At the
We
same
spent,
time.
yeah, we need to attune, don't we?
Well,
19.
Yeah, maybe. You begin sketching out some of the runes while everyone else. Are you going to put them on and start tuning to them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once I've done,
definitely.
yeah.
Just over an hour goes past as you finish your breakfast, and you feel towards the end of the hour there's a slight metallic click and hum, like a vibration from within them, and you watch as all of the eyes slowly open, and there's a faint light within the eye where the eyeball actually is a gem. It's a white crystal that you don't immediately recognize, and it has within it, a band, an iris of glyphs that are etched into it that are blocking light, but the light is emanating from the crystal itself.
These are
Dylan,
quite
are these of
similar.
limited use or?
As far as I'm aware, the enchantments should last indefinitely. However, we have merely rented these items from the crows.
Ah, I see.
Speaking of which, Randala, I should have said, had said that she had paid the crows on your behalf. And that
Oh shit, really?
you need to. It's just added to the 8,000. Is it 8,400 that you already
Yes.
owe her? So
Yes.
it's now 10,400 that you owe her.
Nice.
I mean, we could have paid for it.
She knows that you need to pay her this money, so she's just
Now she gets to up the vig.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And
Your interest rates just went through the roof, Brand.
how do these work?
That's funny because I ain't interested in paying. Whoa.
Well, Rufus, my dear friend, they should hide us from scrying eyes.
Well, so we have free reign of the city.
It doesn't
Nah.
change our appearance, but just from the Inquisitors searching.
Any magical... Exactly.
I see.
At least we know we can
but-
move around without Gwendolyn knowing where we are.
We should try and make the most of the 2 days that we have them. Suggest today we gather what reconnaissance we can. And Richter, I'm afraid you have a meeting with the gentleman that me and Dutch met yesterday.
Oh yes, of course. Well,
We said like midday to meet, Tash, I
That
think.
was correct. Yeah, midday.
Into the
You'll have to...
Mercer's stronghold itself. Is that right?
Nothing
I
was
suggested don't-
mentioned about it was meeting back at that same tavern.
remind me quickly of my backstory.
Oh, bloody hell, I did write it all down, yeah. Let's have a look.
Well, you can discuss that when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But for now, for the morning, as it is nearly 9, what are there any few smaller things that you'd like to do? Maybe
Well,
as
let
a
me
group-
let me consult my notes still, because I'd made a list
Yeah.
of things that potentially we should do.
Yeah, I had listed off. Randala had said a bunch of things that you could
Yeah.
kind of could start you off.
Mm.
We'll rent a pedalo and explore Xantha.
Yeah.
I hear there are good
Yeah.
free walking tours.
There was a gentleman called Kashmiri the Collector, who might be someone that we might try and locate. Lord Balthazar is also a person of interest. He owns lots of property in the Merchant Ward.
Oh, that'd be good.
Furthermore, Armin Abedi is the man that me and Dylan Dutch met.
Yes.
Yep.
Um,
What was the other guy's name? It was a F. It was I don't have that piece of paper with me.
whose name?
There was two of them. There was Armin Abedi, and there was it was an F name. His friend.
Roland?
We only met one person.
Oh, it was Armin Abedi.
No, there were two of them.
Oh,
No, one
wait,
got-
Sorry, yes. Armin Abedi was the guy in the Nocturnal Nest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we met two
Not
randoms.
Bertrand. Sorry, Bertrand was someone else.
We met two randoms.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I wrote down Bertrand.
Yeah, that is fucking right.
Friends,
You know what?
there's-
Actually,
Josh, you're so close to the camera.
It's because
I'm
we're
trying to be
sharing
close
a
to the
microphone,
mic at
so
the
we're
same
both
time.
like
Yeah.
this.
Friends,
Amazing.
There's something I would ask of you before we fully commit to this heist.
Please.
Do we have a way of contacting the person? I've forgotten what their name is.
Celeste?
Eldama.
Eldama. Can we send her a message and ask to know that Celeste is safe and that she really is the one that took her?
Having not met Eldama, I am not sure if I can send her a message. I'm not familiar with their face, look, sound, appearance, anything but their name and reputation.
same with me. I could attempt to try and see where she is or what she's doing for a short time, but it's unlikely to succeed thinking about that I don't know her.
Would Rendala have a way of contacting her?
Well, we certainly could ask Rendala if she would mind. Hopefully you'd agree that Rendala's word is as good as any.
Then perhaps I shall go do that now. Rufus will walk away to Rendala's office.
Numbers and Gannon, who are probably up by this point, just watch you go and look towards Dylan and Dutch. Slight concern on their eyes. Pushing the curtain apart and walking down the corridor, you see before you the dark.
He's a charming guy, I would say.
Closed, but the sconces are lit.
I will gently rap upon the door.
Nevermore.
There's a long pause, and you can hear the scraping of an oak chair along stone. And then
does he know it's oak because he's a gnome?
Is
that why he knows it's oak?
Yes.
Another click of a lock, and the door swings open, and standing quite a lot taller than you, looming over you, is Rendala Aguirre, who stares down and just says, "Yes."
Shit, I haven't thought about this. Rendala, I know you are a busy woman. I need to contact Eldama. Is there a way of doing so?
You are a guest here in my home. But you are also under the charge of the Brothers Grey. And this is Dutch's problem and his affair, and he must sort it out himself. I will not contact other groups for you on your behalf any longer. I do not want any part of it. I will help you as much as I can from here, but that is all.
I understand that. I only ask out of desperation. Rendala, I have asked the others if they can, and they say they cannot. I ask because she is taken hostage. Celeste, she is my family.
She slowly puts her hand down. I truly am sorry, my young gnome friend, but I think you mistake me for someone who cares. And she shuts the door, and you hear it click.
Love my spiritual great granddaughter.
Yeah.
She's a criminal. She don't give a fuck.
She don't give a fuck.
And she closes the door.
Oh,
Your good nature and your goodwill is not something that could win her over, unfortunately.
The flame of anger just bursts within Rufus, but he quenches it, knowing that she has no honor.
Can I was going to see if I could borrow Brother Draug's brewing kit to maybe make some potions.
Yeah, sure.
If you're amenable.
Do we have time for this?
Takes, what, 4 hours? Is it half a day to brew a potion?
Clock's ticking on doing reconnaissance. Well, we've got
Oh yeah,
amulets.
actually. Yeah, I suppose
That's
that's
the only
probably
reason,
a
that's what I
priority. I thought we were meeting the guy at midday, so I thought we had the morning to do whatever.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah.
Actually, we could split up and do some more reconnaissance.
Could still do
Yeah.
So that'll do that instead.
No, you've got the amulets. Well, before starting anything else, it's a good point maybe to leave it there. And now we're back to almost to the same point we were. The city is ahead of you. You have many different options and possibilities of how to approach this. You've already got some information. You've set up essentially a business meeting with potential collectors and buyers that the guild know or work with, or perhaps are part of the guild or own. Information could be had there. There were other avenues that Dylan read off from the notes. Lord Balthazar, who's the owner of the Guild of the Midnight Mercers, you were told that.
Kashmiri.
Yeah, Kashmiri the Collector.
Who I just see as a Khajiit in my mind. I can't not see him as a Khajiit.
Yeah.
Kashmiri the
So
Collector.
how did you know he was going to be a tabaxi? Well played, Aiden.
Well played.
Well played, Aiden.
I apologize.
Well
Amazing.
played,
Has
my
wit.
friend.
If you had the
Well played, my friend.
Jizargo has coin if you have.
Jizargo.
Yes, no, the other way around.
He's the asshole.
It's funny, Jizargo is a student at the Mages College, not a vendor.
Oh dear.
My memory that will stick in my head as always is, was it Mike? Was it you who hates Khajiit and you just go around killing them?
Just kill every Khajiit.
Me and Josh love Khajiit. We're big
Yeah, of
Khajiit.
course you do. Of course you do. You're
Fairly
classic.
silly boys.
You're classic Khajiit people.
I mean, Elsewhere surrendered to the Thalmor basically immediately. Like,
Yeah.
the Argonians, they're still fight. The Argonians are
Yeah.
still fighting.
Hey,
Argonians are
we're-
cool. man.
We're going off topic, but I think we should quickly go around and say what our chosen Elder Scrolls race is, like our go-to, like that we always
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Breton.
Man.
So Aiden is a Breton. Okay, that's
Breton.
what I would have said Breton or Redguard, but Breton, yeah,
I would just want to be a magic human. That's what I want.
very good. Josh,
I've only played it once.
but what is your
That's enough.
go-to? That's enough.
Yeah.
Were you a Khajiit?
Can't remember. I think I was a lizard.
Oh, you were an Argonian, but I can't.
Of
see
course
you
you
as
were.
Were you an what is your like? What do you feel is close to
Akin.
your heart? Akin to?
I don't remember what the options are.
There's there's only Khajiit or
You can-
Argonian for you.
You can be all sorts of fantasy races, like a Nordic guy and a black guy.
I'm so angry.
I was
doesn't know
8th Khajiit
Elder
in
Scrolls.
full plate.
Yeah.
Called Alfred and
Khajiit, yeah.
Theo.
Probably a Dunmer.
I knew you'd be a dumb.
Yeah.
It just seems right.
Gunmer,
Yeah.
Wood Elf.
You're just cool like that.
Although I loved, it's fine.
Mike.
What are they called?
Guess.
An orc.
High elf. High elf.
High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ulma.
Yeah.
Just
High
also,
Ulma.
I love the fact that they're also like the best smiths.
I'm a dweller.
Like-
A dweller. No.
You can't, you dick.
You cheating.
You son of a bitch. No,
I'm a
I
foul.
also always am a Dunmer as well. I always go Wood Elf. It's classic.
No, Dunmer is Dark
Oh,
Elf,
sorry,
mate.
not Dunmer.
Bosma.
fucking
Bosma?
Bosma.
Bosma, yeah.
I do
I'm
love
Wood
the
Elf.
Bosma. Also
I like the Bosma as well.
Bosma are a close second. Because they're vegan cannibals. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It's
Yeah, they
great.
eat people. Yeah, They just
Yeah,
eat people.
yeah.
Just-
They are great. They're my second go-to. Yeah.
They're
It
like-
bugged
like
me in
with the
Oblivion.
mobs.
It bugged me in Oblivion
get
playing as a
the-
Bosma. I would come in and suddenly I couldn't fully see over. Like, yeah, I would go into a shop and I would like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see
Oh, I
over
don't know if I can do
counters.
this.
It's random. They're the only
Yeah.
short race. It doesn't quite make sense.
No,
Like
it's fucking
it's just
amazing.
very.
On PC, you can mod it so you get the cannibal perk from Fallout. So as a Bosma, you can go around eating people. So I like to do that
Yeah.
and just Slipknot's people equal shit playing as I'm just cannibalizing towns
That-
as a really
Yeah.
That's the exact Mike way of playing a Wood Elf.
Wood
it's
elf.
like,
Yeah.
how can I play a
No,
Wood Elf but
the Bosma
my
are
way?
literally carnivorous.
Yeah.
If you look up the lore, like they
Yeah.
think that fruit and veg is holy, so
Yeah.
they can't eat it.
I ain't such a soy boy now. It's like vegan extremism to the point where you can't eat the vegetables anymore because they're so holy and good. You have to eat all the other stuff.
You have to eat
Yeah.
people.
The ultimate
people killed
soy boys.
Cannibalism.
Rupert, what about you?
You know what? I think I'd go Ultima.
Nice.
High elf.
Yeah, yeah, that's a clear.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
tall
no,
and pale.
Yeah.
I was going to go
I see
Nord,
that.
but I'm not jacked.
a Nord is like I quite like a Nord. Like I love to
I
play
do.
like
You
a.
could go a Nord. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
I was a Nord, and then I went, holy fuck, who are these green fuckers?
Mm.
And that was it.
You were a Nord until you took an arrow to the
And we're gonna leave it there. That's it.
And
Yeah.
on that
It's-
bombshell.
Let's just. It's 2021, and Josh has just made that joke.
Made that joke on the
For
weekend.
shame. For shame. Can we just?
I made that
Almost
joke.
10 years to the day.
Ding-a-ling.
10 years.
Ding-a-ling, motherfucker.
10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
10 years. No. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
was
it came out
It came out on
11.
11/11/11.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
it
yeah,
came
yeah.
out.
Oh.
It came out in first year of uni for me, and I just ended up spending.
I ruined my first year of
yeah,
uni,
my
just-
first year of uni. I remember it arriving at my halls, and one of the
Yeah,
girls
you
I was
sent me a
living with
message.
rang me while I was in.
I was unemployed at the time, so it was
Oh my
great.
You lucky
Oh
bastard.
my god! I mean, being in at art school is basically the same as being unemployed.
Yeah, in your first
doing
year,
anything
it's definitely
anyway.
yeah.
I fucked my A levels because of that game.
You youngin.
Well, whether you were doing your A levels or in uni or you were unemployed, the one thing you definitely were was you're finally awake.
That's where we leave it.
These are so
Yeah.
good. These are so good.
Oh,
I love
God.
all the memes where like the camera is, it's like
Yeah.
shaking around, and then suddenly it comes to, and it's on the car.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
like
when
one.
the executioner's just like moving sideways through the tower.
Oh my god!
As soon as they announce that it's coming, I will start saving money for like a gaming PC for the next.
Oh,
James.
Mike's gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike's
God.
he's gone. He's gone. All right. Thanks for
He's on a
watching,
timer.
everyone. Peace and
Peace.
love be upon you all. Until next time.
Mwah.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love
If you watched. Who